What's poppin', Ziva gang? How are y'all doing today? So I'm taking another crack at this polygel thing, y'all, and I'm also, using this practice hand once again, and I faced some new trials and tribulations this time around. So I'll be talking a little bit about that, and also just like my second go around with this polygel, some things that I did a little bit differently, and I guess just like a part 2 to my first review that I posted last week. So if you want to see what look I came up with this time around, just sit back, relax, and watch. So I am using these really long display tips again, just because they're the only like half tips that I really have, so I decided to just use them again. And I tried to cure them all with some base coat gel, but y'all, they just would not freaking stick. They would not stick at all, and I'm just like, I really don't know what I'm doing wrong. How do people make this shit look so easy? Because they just will not stay in place for me. They moved around all over the place. They made it really hard for me to execute what I wanted to execute, how I wanted to execute it. So I kind of had to work around that a little bit, but here we are. So yeah, I cured them on as best I could with some base coat gel, and then I just buffed the surface with a nail file. Just put a few scratches on the nail, so that everything would stick and wouldn't slide around too much or whatever. I don't actually think I did that the first time, but I did just go ahead and do it this time. And then I painted the nails with some MAKARTT holographic top coat, because I wanted them to be really shimmery. Even though I knew I was going to be using glitter, I still wanted, that underneath to just be really nice and shimmery. So I feel like that's the vibe with this polygel kit, just like shimmery and pretty and kawaii and just dreamy and magical looking. So, and I'm holding on to those dangle charms as long as I possibly can, because they're just so pretty. And stay tuned, because I may have a little video coming up about how to make your own 3D dangle charms. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you're subscribed and you have your post notifications turned all the way on. So yeah, after I went in with that holographic top coat and cured for 60 seconds, I went over the nails again with another coat of base coat gel, and I used the unicorn glitter today, and I just kind of sort of not really strategically placed that on the tip of the nail, because we're going to be doing an ombre with a glass tip, and I want the glitter to show through on the tip. So I went in with some base coat gel, cured that glitter on top of the base coat gel, and then I sandwiched it in between another layer of base coat gel, and it made going over it with the polygel pretty easy. It wasn't like scratchy or anything like that. So, and I'm glad that I did this time, because in my first review of this kit, I didn't use a couple of the things in the kit. Like I didn't use I used the glitter, but I didn't really use it the right way. And I didn't use the bow charms, and because they're just not really my style. So I was having a little bit of a hard time figuring out what to do with them. But I think this look that I came up with is actually really cute. I would actually wear this. So yeah, comment below, let me know what you think of the finished result. But like I said, we're going to be doing an ombre today with this polygel. So what I did a little bit differently this time was I used a combination of base coat gel and alcohol. I kind of stopped using the base coat gel like halfway through, just because I feel like it wasn't really doing anything. If anything, in my opinion, it was just making the polygel more sticky. So I kind of just left that alone and kept using the alcohol. And one thing that I need to kind of get better at is not having the alcohol pool in the cuticle area so much, because I do eventually actually want to do other people's nails, and I want to try everything. I want to try polygel, I want to try acrylic, I want to try the après method, and I just don't, I know that that's not really like the proper thing to do, but it's just hard to control, when you're using a product like this that's so like runny anyway. And one thing that I actually forgot to do that I realized kind of halfway through was I didn't put the polygels in warm water to loosen them up, but they were still actually pretty like runny, and well, not runny, but malleable and easy to work with. So that's really good because I've been running my air conditioner in my room, and you know, it's been hot, so like it's nice that the polygel hasn't stiffened up like too much, and it was still actually pretty easy to work with, even though I forgot to you know, put it in hot water to loosen it up. So, and I just want to say that I'm really in love with this blue color and the pink color as well. They're both just so opaque and pretty, and I feel like they complement each other super well. I want to do another video using this kit. Y'all are gonna see a few videos using this kit, so just prepare yourself. I want to do another video using this kit with just the pink and the blue because they're just so pretty next to each other. They're such nice colors, and they're the, you know, the two most pigmented polygels in this kit. So I want to do like a pink and blue set, making some polygel press-on nails, and I feel like that'd be a good idea because, you know, like I said, they're the colors that I like the most. I feel like they complement each other really well, and press-ons are kind of like more my comfort zone, so I feel like that'll be a really great video. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. And yeah, you saw like the nail kept coming out of the freaking hand. I had to like use an ass ton of glue just to get it to stay still. Yeah, can someone just comment below and let me know what I'm doing wrong, because I, for the life of me, just cannot make this work. I'm thinking about super gluing like some medium length square tips just into the nails, because what I'm finding is that because the hand is silicone, you know, like the glue is not sticking to it, the base coat gel is not curing all the way, like nothing is adhering to the silicone, and it's just making my life really difficult. So I'm thinking that I'm going to actually use some Gorilla Glue and actually glue some tips into the hand, and then work on top of that just so that I can have like a sturdier base. I guess my only concern with that would be like, how then would I get the nail that I'm working on off of the top of that nail that I'm gonna glue inside the hand, you know, like how would that work out? I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of more research just to figure out how I can make this work and see what other people have to say about, you know, using practice hands like this and adhering the nails inside. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely share what I know once I have a better idea of how to use this thing. I do want to do at least one more look using the kit with this hand, so hopefully I can figure that out and get you guys a look pretty soon. So yeah, at this point, I'm sure you can tell by now, but we are capping the nails. I'm using this same kind of sheer pink color that I have. It's just from like a random brand on I was about to say Instagram, on Amazon. And it's just a really sheer pink. I decided to use this color because I'm running out of my clear polygel, and it does kind of like give the nails, my psychology was like, you know how they have that acrylic that's like a sheer pink? It's kind of like this color here, but you know, it comes off clear once you actually apply it. My theory was that this will kind of do the same thing, and because, you know, when it dries, when that pink acrylic dries up, it's basically clear, like it's not really sheer pink. So I thought that, you know, the process would be kind of the same with this product here, but not exactly. It does kind of like tint things just a little bit pink, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you glob it on kind of thick, and especially, you know, because we're doing like a glass tip right now, it does kind of leave the nail with a little bit of a pink overcast. So if that's something that you're concerned about, just use a clear polygel. But I'm really low on my clear polygel, and I just didn't want to have to deal with squeezing it out of the bottle. So yeah, that's why I decided to use that. And I'm loving this mini lamp, by the way. I've never really had anything like this. I've only ever had like my UV flashlight for flash curing and things like that, and it's worked fine, you know, up until this point. Like, it's still fine, but this mini lamp is really bright. I guess the only inconvenient thing about it is that you do have to actually plug it into the wall, which I didn't know. I thought it was the kind of thing where you can just charge it up and have it be like a wireless mini lamp, but it seems like you do actually have to have it plugged into a wall while you want to use it. So that's a little bit inconvenient, but you know, what are you gonna do? So yeah, I'm just capping the nails, and this is my first time, I guess, like properly capping some glitter, and I gotta give myself a little bit of credit because the shape actually came out really, really nice for these nails. We do have a little bit of an apex going on. Okay, we got a little bit of an apex going on. The nails are built up to a pretty nice thickness. They're not perfect by any means, but I think these are probably like the best. This is like some of the best shaping that I've ever done. And I did try, in all honesty, I tried, you know, I gave it a really fair try with my e-file, but it just wasn't working out for me for a number of reasons. Like the nails just kept moving around. You know, my e-file was on a pretty high speed, so the nails just kept moving around. And I think the bit that I was trying to use is just not a very good bit. I need to get some like real official bits to really like give this e-file a fair go and whatever. I could have probably used a sanding band, but I just didn't want to, you know. I want to like be a real nail connoisseur or whatever and use like the proper bits. But I guess you can't think that way, you know, because then how will you know what really works for you? But I want to like be official, you know. I want to use like the real nail bits. So like, I don't know, I kind of need to practice a little bit more. Once I start using acrylic on this hand, I will hopefully have better control over this e-file and know a little bit more about what works for me. But one thing I will say is that this hand file actually did give these nails a very, very nice shape. I'm getting a lot more confident just with my hand filing. And hand filing, you know, a lot of people think it's easier than e-filing. Hand filing can be hard too, you know, just because like you really can't see the whole nail sometimes. Like it's hard, you know, especially when you're doing something like this and it's not like on your real hands. So as you can see, the shape did come out pretty nice. Even I end up giving you guys like a side view a little later on, and you'll see the shape actually does look really good. And I think my ombre blend looks pretty good as well. So comment below, let me know what you think of that. But I think it's looking pretty good so far, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with the way that these nails are turning out. So yeah, I guess I just say that to give you guys some confidence. If you're a beginner like me, then just don't be afraid to just jump right in and just do what feels right, you know, because it's all about practice and just finding out what works for you, which I'm definitely learning, because I want to, you know, I want to be like a real nail bitch, and I really want to like do nice nails with all different types of mediums. So yeah, this whole self-taught process, you know, it's hard, but I think it'll definitely be worth it. So yeah, I went ahead and I top coated the nails, and I made sure I got that underneath that glass tip so that it could be nice and glassy and clear and see-through and pretty and all that good stuff. Now I'm going in with the Chemi charms, and I'm placing one charm at the base of the cuticle, and it looks really, really cute just like that, but I felt like it needed a little bit more. So I'm using one pearl on each nail right underneath the Chemi charm, and I feel like this just made it look so much more kawaii and just pretty, and gave the nails a little something extra, you know, gave you a little something more to look at. And I'm just using the MAKARTT nail glue to adhere all this stuff. And I've never used this nail glue to actually adhere gems onto my nails when I make press-on nails for myself, just because like I don't got time to be experimenting and to be having my stones fall off. I just don't have the time or the patience. So but I did just decide to use it on my fake hand today because it was right near me. And yeah, underneath that one pearl stone, I just applied a small AB stone, and then once it was dry, this is pretty much the final result. See, I gave you like a side view. You can see the shape. I think it looks pretty good. You know, I did kind of try to build up a little bit of an apex just to like, you know, see if I could. So yeah, comment below, let me know what you think of my second try using this kit. I actually think these nails came out really, really cute, you guys. I'm actually really like, I really love them. I wish they could fit my hand so I could wear them as like press-ons, but I can't. But yeah, if you're still here, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to give my video a like so it can get recommended to more divas like you. Don't forget to comment and let me know what you thought of the video. How do you like this look? And make sure you're subscribed, have your post notifications turned on, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, diva gang. Mwah.